of the State of Qatar. I now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Ayman Safadi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Jordan.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صاحب
In the name of God, the merciful and the compassionate. Your Highness, Prince Faisal bin Farhan, Jean-Noël Barrot, may the peace of God be upon you. We are here to affirm that there is only one road leading to just peace, ensuring peace and stability for the entire region. The two-state solutions, which puts an end to occupation and oppression and allows for the creation of an independent and sovereign Palestinian state on the national Palestinian territory, living in peace and security with Israel under international law and in line with the Arab Peace Initiative. We are meeting today at the time where the disastrous impact of the failure of this solution is unfolding before our eyes in the form of death, destruction, hunger, which tramples international humanitarian law underfoot. It makes it into a mere slogan, existing in word but not in deed. The disastrous effects of that are seen in Gaza. Under occupation, it's become a cemetery for its inhabitants and also for our common values. The people in Gaza are dying. We can see mothers crying over their dying children, people who cannot find anything to drink or eat or any medication to alleviate the suffering of people. Mothers are watching their children's short lives ending. We can see it in the West Bank as well, where occupation is gathering pace, where the seizures of land continues, where the Palestinians' blood is being shed, and the holy sites are being violated, and the hope for peace is dying. Peace is the only guarantee for the Palestinians and the Israelis. We can see the arrogance of the State of Israel vis-à-vis the international law. For example, in Lebanon, we can see that, or in Syria, where Israel is invading greater and greater chunks of Syrian territory. At the time when the world is calling for the rebuilding of a new Syria, which is free and stable, where all Syrians live in security, freedom, dignity, and equality. Ladies and gentlemen, this situation, it nullifies our humanity and threatens our collective security, undermines international law and the United Nations Charter, and makes this conflict a threat to the future of the region. The aggression against Gaza has to end. The international community has to prevent the death of another Palestinian children who is dying from hunger or thirst. More than 600,000 children in Gaza must return to school. 2.3 million Palestinians must regain hope and belief in the value of their lives and in their children's future. And that's why the efforts by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States have to be successful to arrive at an agreement which ends the war and gives life back to Gaza. International assistance has to be provided in a way that's unimpeded. All of the crossing points have to be opened. Jordan continues doing everything it can through land convoys and airdrops when Israel leaves us no other choice. Humanitarian assistance and drops cannot be an alternative to land delivery. This is our small contribution to the situation in Gaza, but we will continue doing everything we can to continue helping people in Gaza living through their current situation. The Kingdom of Jordan is ready to cooperate with all of you in this humanitarian duty. The international community has to work and has to be firm and effective to counter the illegitimate Israeli steps which undermine the two-state solution in the occupied West Bank. The ceasefire agreement in Lebanon has to be implemented. Also, the actions of Israel in Syria, which destabilize Syria and usurp the rights of the Syrian people to security and stability, have to end. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference of ours will perhaps not end up with a two-state solution, but it is a message to the region or the international community to move in that direction. Those who have an alternative to the two-state solution, let them come up with it. The Palestinian people will remain on their land and within their rights. All the millions of people in the West Bank and other occupied areas will continue being dehumanized. Do they not have the right to dignified life and freedom and the right to self-determination? The state, a single state for the Palestinians with all of their rights, is it possible, or is it institutional apartheid will remain and will thus bury international credibility? And we make the goal of peace unattainable. The Israeli government is against our meeting here today. They say that negotiations have to end the conflict, but they refuse negotiations and they counter the rights of Palestinians to have a state. They seize Palestinian land. If Israel really wants to negotiate, well, the Palestinian leadership stands ready to engage in negotiations to have just peace. However, Israel does not negotiate. That's the truth. It's time for the international community to react to that according to its belief, which supports the two-state solutions. Practical and clear measures have to be undertaken to support this solution. We have to use all of the tools at our disposal to implement it. Otherwise, the Palestinians and the Israelis will remain without the right to peace, as well as all the people in the region. Just peace is something that has been in the Arab Peace Initiative since 2002. It guarantees peace and normal relations to Israeli. This is supported by other organizations. It implies a partnership with Israel engaging in negotiations to translate this pledge into lasting and comprehensive peace. If the two-state solution is not available today, well, protecting it against measures which undermine it is still necessary and urgent. Recognizing the Palestinian state is an important step here. We congratulate France on the announcement that they made to recognize the state of Palestine and all of the countries who preceded France in that. And we call on all states to recognize the state of Palestine, reconfirming their right to justice, international law, and peace. The Kingdom of Jordan will continue supporting the rights of the Palestinians to life, freedom, to a state, and will spare no effort to arrive at just peace where the rights of Palestinians are implemented, and they will have peace which will be accepted by the population, which will put an end to the conflict. Dear friends, occupation and peace are opposites. Occupation and security are opposites as well. Only just peace will ensure the security of the Palestinians and the Israelis and enable them to build a stable future, something that we all want. We would like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the French Republic for organizing this conference of ours today. which is an international appeal, a cry saying it's enough, enough conflict, occupation, murder, oppression. It's a collective opposition to that, whereas just peace is our choice, basing ourselves on the two-state solutions. We have an opportunity to have a future where there is only justice and hope, cooperation and not conflict. I thank you.
Des expatriés.
I thank His Excellency Ayam Safadi